Namaste. Night talk. Alright. First of all, I just got home a little while ago and, my anxiety is, I had a beautiful night with my daughter and her girlfriend, and we went to the movies, we went to dinner in a place called the Alamo, ironically. What I'm looking for is my slippers, my rubber shoes that I wear all the time. I can't find them, which is really weird, and it's like stressing me out, even though I have like slippers on. Probably have to just clean up tomorrow and get a chance to talk to Devin. I was like going all day today. It's like I'm done. My liver can't survive. I don't think my liver could survive anymore. I don't know. I'm just so anxious. It's like every night, the anxiety. Maybe I'll clean the floor. I'm afraid I'm gonna slip though, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah. It's just that, my shoes should be right on the floor over here. Rubber shoes, and I have these on. But with these, I leave them here at my sister's house. There's like 2 pairs of them. I fall off of them. I know that sounds weird, AF, but I truly fall off of them. I know it's odd. It's odd. Okay. I just don't understand. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Here they are. Here they are. Like I had my... Alright. Nice. I really wish I could shampoo her rug, because I've made so many tractions on this rug. Anyway. This is probably stress pad. Put that on earlier today. Anyway. Oh gosh. I don't even know why. Maybe I'm not going to post this. Maybe I'll erase it. Anyway. I lit a little Palo Santo. Today was 11/11. And somebody texted me. Yes, I just smelled this pad because I thought it had fragrance. Okay. You know what? Let's make chamomile tea. Let's drink a little water. Hydrate. Yeah. Everything's okay. Nothing's bad. Everything's okay. Everything that was meant to be happened. Okay. So, I had a couple of drinks. We went out to this place called the Alamo. It was really nice. I went to the diner around. First, I went to meet 2 friends in the diner at 2 o'clock, and it was raining, pouring raining. I thought I would just stay there till 4, like 2 hours, How long could you eat eggs? Anyhow, we ended up staying there till 5, and then I had to call my sister Patricia to pick me up and drive me home, because apparently nobody could drive me. That's okay. Noted. Duly noted. Anyhow, so, doesn't matter. What matters is today was 11/11. 11/11/22. 2022. And what does that mean? The portal is open. The portal is revealing things that we don't want to see. Feelings that we don't want to feel. Okay? But you know what? It's like you're a little kid, right? When you're a little kid. And, when you're a little kid and somebody's talking about you, right? And then you come back over to the back of the room and you say, oh, what are you talking about? Guys, what are you talking about? And they go, oh, nothing. Everything's okay. Nothing. We were just talking about nothing, the teacher or something. And then you have a gut feeling they were talking about you straight up. Okay. But you don't want to realize it. You don't want to feel it. You don't want to feel the pain of that. You don't want to recognize that some people suck. You don't want to recognize that some people are pricks. But you know it. You know it. You just don't want to deal with it. Okay? But you know what? When it comes down to it, we have to realize it. I don't want to look at the red wine. Oh, God. I think my liver can make it. Anyway, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, because I didn't get a chance to walk. So now I'm trying to walk back and forth like a nut job. And I should just make my chamomile tea, heat up my heating pad. But I need to get this off my chest. I think a lot of people out there, their heart is beating as if they had a whole bunch of adrenaline put into their heart. And in the end, this is what I want to say. In the end, sort of, I would rather know that somebody's talking behind my back or that somebody is not for me. They think they're for me. They think they're a good friend, but they're not a good friend. Okay? And maybe they think that I'm not a good friend to them anymore. But in the end, what I'm trying to say is, in a terrible way, I rather know. I rather, I don't have time to waste. I'm 59. Okay, I don't have time to waste with games, like high school games. I rather know straight up, and I found that out today, okay? And I'm not gonna, those of you who know me, really, really know me, understand the story. Those of you who are just out there in the abyss and, who are part of the Mystic Brady Bunch, and you don't really quite know what I'm talking about, that's okay too. But what I'm trying to say is that somebody told me the portal, one of my soul sisters said, hey, did you know it's 11/11? I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. Because it's been a whirlwind. Laura's birthday is 11/8, November 8th. And I'm still riding on that whole thing. And then it's just been busy going. And last night, not tonight, last night, Thursday night, I went out with a very good friend that I worked with. Her name is Arlene. We always call her Mrs. H. And I had a wonderful, wonderful time. We just sit there, and actually we had to park the car very far away because there was no parking. And so we parked not very far, but in the dark, it's kind of hard to see. But anyway, 4 blocks away. So we walked and we talked, and then we sat there and we laughed, and she showed me pictures of her granddaughter, and it was just so nice catching up, because last couple of years when I've been coming in, I've had so many family things going on that I have not been able to get to see her. And I would just usually see her at least one of the days, maybe 2 of the days that I've been here. In the last couple of years, I have not been able to do it. And I was very sad about it. And I said, from now on, anytime I come, I'm definitely, going to make time to see her, because it's just important to my heart. And it's just it's like seeing an old friend that of seeing a sister that really cares about you, and that got you, that understood you, and doesn't make and says you look nice, you look beautiful, you look good, whatever, and they're not like, and she means it. It's not like she's thinking, hey, she really, she's so fat. She really let herself go, whatever. Anyhow, just like an overall good person that asks me how my husband's feeling, asks me how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, like really cares about what's going on with me since I moved out of here 7 years ago. And it was heartwarming. But then on the same token, you see who really gives a crap about you, who really wants to move their schedule around to make time for you, who really wants to give you a lift and physically, virtually and physically give you a lift, you know, make it their business to come see you. And I had, over the past couple of days, not past couple of days, weeks since I got here November 2nd, I've had a lot of hugs, and some hugs have been very, very warming and to the heart, and some have been fake. Yeah, it's hard to say it, but some have been fake. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to see that person again. And that's scary and that's sad. And I came home and I cried. But I wiped my tears and I had to get going. I had to keep it moving. I had to go meet my daughter. And go out with her and her girlfriend and have a great time and forget about what happened. Anyway, I know I'm not probably making much sense, but it's like, it's all good. It's all good. It's just, it's good to know one way or another. It's good to know who is going to be there for you, who really cares about you in your soul, and not how much you weigh and how much your cholesterol is, or how much you make, or how much your house is, or if you have a car that you rented, and and why didn't you rent a car? They there's just, I am not a materialistic person. I think I have a big heart. I try to help people if they need help. I try to be there for people, and maybe they think the opposite. Maybe they think, hey, she hasn't been there for me. She moved away and abandoned me. Maybe there are people out there that think that, hey, she moved away to Texas and so she's not my friend anymore, or she isn't my family member anymore because she's so far away. No, I have come back here, and it's not easy because I have to travel by myself most of the time, all of the time, except for that one time Devin came with me. But I make it my business because I want to see my kids, I want to see my family, and I want to see my friends because I care about them. So I make that effort, 3,000-mile effort. I mean, that should mean something to people. I think I show the effort. I work very hard all year long, and I don't really save much money because, I don't make that much money. But anyhow, I find a way so that I can get that plane ticket and that I can come here. And I don't think it's asking a lot for people to want to, put a little effort into their schedule so they can be with me. But you know what? I've realized something. And like my angels and God were saying, you don't have to, you're good. You're good. Katrina, you good. Relax. You can't force it. You can't force the situation. And I've had so many beautiful memories with my son picking me up, showing me his houses, Christine Malik coming, getting me, moving a schedule around, getting me, entertaining me in her house, her husband Richie, her son Jonathan. We had a blast. We had a beautiful time. And then, of course, my sister Patricia, all of this. I mean, always being there for me. And she doesn't feel well. And she, her and her husband, my brother-in-law John, being there for me. And I don't deserve it. I feel like I don't deserve it. I'm I thank God. I want to see my sister. I want to be here and, hang out, even if we're not always hanging out. She goes to bed at a normal time. So we're not always together. Because most people are normal people and they go to sleep, put a period at the end of the sentence. But when I do see her, we always have a good time. She took me to the old house. She took me shopping. She, whatever. And so I look at that, the good, the bad, and just my daughter, changing her schedule around, and just a lot of blessings. I have a lot of blessings, and I'm very happy and grateful. But what am I trying to point out? What I'm trying to point out is, if you see a little pullback, where you give somebody you give somebody a paragraph and they just give you a sentence or a word, so to speak, and also actually in a text, you give somebody a paragraph and they give you 3 words. Yeah, it's just not for you. It's just, a good relationship, a good friendship should be both people back and forth, okay? And if it doesn't happen, you just let it go. You have to let it go. Anyhow, I don't know what my point is, but I am very happy and grateful for my blessings. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, if somebody isn't really meeting you halfway or even at all, just let it go. Don't try to pull. Don't try to hang on. Don't try to pull for them if they're not trying to pull for you. And it's a hard lesson because I'm the type that's you give me a little inch and I'll try to give you a yard because maybe, you'll start responding and talking back or whatever. But I just learned a few things. I learned a couple of things about myself. I mean, I always know I'm a nut job, okay? But a good nut job, a nice nut job. But I also learned, don't try so hard. If the person or people are not trying to ever visit you, ever see you, ever, really reach out to you, and they just want to give you an inch or a crumb when you deserve the whole loaf. And my eyes just turned green, so I mean it. I didn't take my makeup off yet. I will, though. I definitely will. All right, let's make some tea. Enough of that crap. Let's get some tea going on. Let's start the sleeping process. Oh, God. Can I stand this? Can my liver survive? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so, me and Laura, Laura's girlfriend brought Laura here. Did she? Wait, did they come here together? I think so, yeah. They came in the car. Because Laura doesn't have a car. But her girlfriend does. But she was working, so she got out of work. She picked up Laura at her apartment. Because they have two different apartments. And then she came over. And they came over, they hung out for a couple of minutes, and then we went to the Alamo. And we went into the restaurant. Why am I looking for my cup and I can't find my cup? Look at this cup, guys. I got this cup in the psychic shop. That's not there anymore. I got such a good reading from that guy years ago, but everything's closed. Like, a lot of stuff are closed, and then they close up early. Like, you know, they kick you out by like 10 o'clock. 9:30, 10. Anyway, so we drove to the Alamo, which is in my old neighborhood, Beach Avenue. I wanted to go there, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there because the traffic is like unbelievable. I wouldn't even be able to drive, I don't think. I mean, I have my license. I drove in Staten Island my whole life since age 19, but the traffic is like so stressful. Anyhow, chamomile tea is on, and then a little while after I hang you up, I'll be like, I didn't even do any cards. I have my cards over here. I just haven't felt like I felt nervous and stuff, so I have this. I'll heat that up. I had one that smells like lavender. Don't know where it went. It's probably right under my nose, just like my shoes were. I looked all over for my shoes, couldn't find them. And I'm not like drunk anymore. I had 2 drinks anyway. So we go to the Alamo that's in Newdorp. It's the old, I mean, those of you who aren't from Staten Island, you don't know, so this doesn't mean anything to you. But like, they built up this whole movie theater, and ironically it's called the Alamo, which is part of Texas history. I had to give my daughter a lesson because she had no idea about what the Alamo meant. Anyhow, so it's just really beautiful. I did a video. I'm not sure if I'll put it up because sometimes my daughter doesn't want me to put some stuff that she's in up, so I have to ask her, and that's fine. That's fine. Or I might just put it up anyway. You know me. Anyway, but it was really nice. It was so fun. Like we had like a nice dinner, and then her girlfriend had to go home though because she has a new kitten, and so she wasn't gonna go. She was eating with us, but she wasn't gonna go to the movies. And then we saw me and Laura went to the movies after that, after eating, and saw the Julia Roberts and George Clooney, who I love, movie. It was very funny. It was very good. It wasn't great, but it was good. And they serve you in the movie theater. Like, I was done with drinking. I was like, I actually ordered a coffee and some popcorn and M&Ms. Yeah, I'm so full. I'm so stuffed from eating a lot. But, you know, it's vacation. Look at this refrigerator. Boom. I know what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to eat it. Anyway, that's alright. This is what always happens. I'm a waster. But, anyway. So, we go to the movies, and the waitress comes to you, to your chair, and serves you right there. So, Laura had a drink. I ordered the coffee, and then we both had waters, and then she had coffee later on too. Irish coffee she had. But I can't mix all my drinks anymore. My liver can't take that. So I just, have wine last couple of days. Just, I stick with that. Anyhow, The movie was really good. The popcorn they give you in a big metal bowl so you feel like you're at home. And it was just so nice. It was fun. And then after that, we go outside and she goes, you call your cab and you call your cab first and I'll call my Uber. But, I'll wait for you to get in first. So when I call my cab, the guy goes, oh yeah, real backed up. So it'll be like an hour. And she was like, no way, hang up. And so I said, forget it. And yesterday when I was at her house, I went over her house just for a little while. Just to like be with her for a little while. And the cab said, oh yeah, 35 minutes because we're backed up. So then we canceled it. We canceled that and she called me an Uber. And then I just have to give her the money because it goes on her account. So this time she ordered the Uber to take us to both places. And they decided to take her home first. So I had to stay in the car for all that time, but that's okay. And then I got home. Yeah, so it was just a little bit longer in the car because the traffic is really, well, we went from Newdorp all the way to by Bay Street where she lives by the ferry and then back over to like New Springville. So it was a zigzag. But anyhow, yeah, I've been doing Ubers and lately and cabs and stuff. And then of course Patricia's been driving me and then Laura's girlfriend. So, and then my friend Arlene last night. So yeah, I've been all over the place and now I'm like, I look forward to just resting tomorrow. I didn't even get a chance to talk to Devin at all today. Did I talk to him even in the morning? Or maybe I did in the morning. I don't even remember. But yeah, because like I can't really sleep at night. So when I finally do fall asleep, I want to sleep in the morning. And that's okay because I don't have anything like the one morning I wanted to wake up at 10. I told Patricia, no matter what, come into my room. Wake me up at 10. By 10:30, I'll get dressed and we'll go because I wanted to go to my house that I grew up in. And that was a big thing for me because it's like every time I come here, I never get to go to my house and just stand there and stalk it. So I did it this time. I should have went up. Some people said, why didn't you knock on the door? Try to get in there. But I heard that it's like elderly people and it's Section 8 housing now. So they won't let me in. Anyway, I'd love to go in there, but like, I guess it did look a little bit like stalkerish, but who cares? Now I'm going to go to my apartment that I lived in for 5 years. Go stalk that street. Anyhow. So basically, yeah, I'm talking for almost 30 minutes, walking back and forth. But I feel better now because I'm stretching out my legs, I'm stretching out my stomach, right? And you feel better when you get things off your chest. Yeah, so now the only thing on my docket, like, yeah, the only thing I actually do have a docket. Here it is. I never lie. So, it says November 12th. I go to Laura's apartment, and her girlfriend's going to be cooking dinner for me at Laura's apartment. But that's not until night. But she was like, you can come over anytime, but I really need to rest and take a walk. I'm going to write that down in my book. But today was pouring rain. So I wouldn't have been able, even if I had the time, I can't walk in the rain. It was like torrential rainstorm. So of course my neck was killing me all day. I have a little anxiety because I didn't see my brother, in a couple of years, like I saw him at the memorial for my nephew, but like, and he lives in Tom's River, so unless he drives all the way down here to pick me up like on Sunday and bring me home Monday, I don't know if he wants to do that, or just even spend some time with me here. I don't know if he's gonna do it, but I haven't seen him. I only saw him like real quick at the memorial. Not this August, but the August last year, 2021. And my sister Karen wasn't feeling good, so she said she wasn't gonna be coming. She's in Jersey, and my sister Christine, she's in Jersey, and she doesn't drive, and neither does my sister Susan. So I don't know if I'm gonna see them. But you know what? Whatever happens is what is meant to be. And I always am a people pleaser, and I always want people to be happy and be everybody to see everybody. But you know, I did see my sister Susan and Karen on the Aruba trip, so that was just in June. So it's not like I haven't seen them. But I didn't see my sister Christine. I did sleep over a house in 2021. But this trip, my main focus, which I've said over and over again, you're probably sick of me saying it. Oh, I didn't take it out. This trip was mainly to spend time with my daughter. Oh my gosh, 11:11. It says 1:11. It's 1:11? Look. Well, I love this stove. Anyway, yeah, this main trip was, I made a goal, and it was, I forgot about this. Patricia reminded me. She was like, don't you remember we celebrated Laura's birthday maybe 2 years ago? I was here in November, or a couple of years ago. But I made a promise to myself and to my kids. I said, you know what? Even though they're adults, I said, wherever you guys are, for Laura's birthday, I want to be with you. I'm going to come in, and it's going to be for your birthday, and I'm going to be there before your birthday, and I'll be there on your birthday, and I want to be there. So I feel like I succeeded in that. And I also told my son I wanted to see all his houses, and I saw most of them. Hey, you know, nobody has all that time to see so many houses, but some of the business things that he has. And I still didn't see the one in Texas yet, which is a condo, but I have time to see that. He's in Texas. He's like 3 hours away in Austin. Anyhow, I said, for your birthday, for Laura's birthday, I'm going to be with you. And I was. So I'm happy. And I said, for Thomas, his birthday's January 30th. So I said, wherever you are, I want to be with you. And he thinks he's going to be in Texas. So I said, I'll be with you. I'll find a way to get to you, or you can come over, you know, my way. But I want to be with you on your 30th birthday on January 30th, because that's the only time he's going to be 30, on the 30th. And that's an important birthday. Anyway, so I'm going to try to keep those promises. Makes me feel good as a mom to keep them, even though, you know, like when your kids grow up, they're still your kids. I'm not babying them. I don't think I baby them. I think I let them fly, you know, at a young age, both of them. Or they flew away from me at a young age. But, you know, once my son told me, it's because I always encourage them to be independent. I always encourage them to work hard, be independent, have their own. It's important to go after your dreams. Try to fight for the things that you want to do in your life. And the people, be good to the people in your life as well as yourself. But anyhow, maybe they listened, maybe they didn't. But me as a mom, I just want to be with them on the day that they came into the world. And because I feel bad about being 3,000 miles away. I do feel bad. So that's why I make the trip. I try to make the trip every year. And, I usually get anxiety because I feel like I have a big family. I want to see everybody in my family. I also want to spend as much time as I can with my kids. So I got to see Thomas 3 times. Wednesday, Thursday, and then he was gone that Friday to his friend's funeral, and then in Puerto Rico. And then he did come to Laura's birthday and pick me up here. So I was happy and grateful that at least I got to see him 3 days. And then with my daughter, she's always working. So as much as she can, she has to sleep. So, but I feel, we're spending a good amount of time together. So, and my sister Patricia too. But yeah, I hold guilt. I hold anxiety. 1 second. Let's go get Cleo. It's not really Cleo, it's Lamar. The dog's name is Lamar. Hi, Lamar. Hi. I miss my dog so much. Of course I miss Devin, but I miss the dog because I feel like the dog's gonna forget me. Casper. I even miss Christine Valvik's dog, Brooklyn. Oh, that dog was such a comfort to me. Anyway, I think I'm ready to go home, but I'm here till Tuesday. Will my liver survive? Will I survive? I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, and then it takes so long to upload these videos. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I don't have like a, what is it called? A link? Not a link. Like there's not a connection, a Wi-Fi connection. But anyway, a lot of people, Ruby was saying she was having trouble too, uploading, and then I can't work the TV. This is a mess. I'm a mess. Okay. Well, at least I walked around and I talked to you guys. Let's do some cleansing breaths, okay? I haven't done that in so long. Okay, let's do it together with Lamar. Okay? Ready, Lamar? Lamar, take your tongue. Put your tongue back in your mouth. No. Okay, Lamar. All right, so we're going to breathe in through our nose. Hold it. Empty. Again. Sorry, I was getting a message. What? Okay, so my angels just said, Spirit and my angels, they just said, we don't want you to feel guilty. Stop doing that to yourself. Okay, so what they're saying is the fact that, and I don't know why, I was channeling the Aaron Carter, the psychic reading for Aaron Carter, and I don't really know him, But like he came through so clear. Like at first I just heard these little things and I was like, oh, that must be my imagination. But what I was starting to say last night, yes, open and receptive. But I want that anxiety to go. Thank you. This is like 4 nights of anxiety, or 5 nights. It started in Texas. You know, before a trip, I always feel anxiety. Guys, I gotta just close this because I hear people, kids outside. I feel like they could look in. 1 second. It's creepy. Oh, shit. Sorry. Yeah. Why is this light not working? Okay, so, sorry, I'm all over the place. I am all over the freaking place. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I got those messages from Aaron. AC, he was calling himself AC, or I was hearing AC, call me AC. So I never found out, I never had the chance to do the research on if anybody called him AC. Anyway, yeah, so the angels were saying stop having so much guilt, stop feeling guilty. Okay. Because the guilt feel, alright, this is my thing. Yeah, I would love a world where, and I still didn't even upload that walk and talk that I did days ago. Because it takes so long. I might upload that one and then this one another time. Anyhow. I'm getting mixed up what I was saying. Anyway, guys, I'm probably gonna sign off now. Have grace with yourself. That's what I just heard. And have grace with yourself. Yeah, let me take off my makeup. Let's go take off the makeup. There's no reason to have this makeup on. Now I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Makeup remover. Retinol. I'll show you what I have these. I have these. I've been using this lately because who doesn't need retinol, especially at my age? Yeah, it's just, I was just a little bit down. Not, with my daughter or anything. She did a really nice thing many days in a row. But I just was a little bit down. Like, I guess I just expected something else to happen. When you know people for so long, you just think you're just gonna fall back into the same, I guess, friendship that you used to have, and that feeling didn't come back. That, I just didn't feel it. So I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. And maybe I'm wrong. There's always a chance that I'm just a paranoid schizophrenic. Not schizophrenic, but a paranoid person. But yeah, no, I just didn't feel the love. Let's just say that. Didn't feel the love in certain situations. Did not feel the love. See, whenever I take this off, I feel like I'm not getting it all off. Probably need to. Wow, look how dirty that is. Look at that. Shanann would say. Give it another run, Katrina. Okay, I will, Shanann. I will. Then you feel a little bit better with your makeup off. And put moisturizer, and then hopefully, oh, see, like, I can't even, my anxiety is level through the roof, or just like worries, or just, and I don't know why. Like, this is the tail end of my trip, so like I should relax. It's Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. Friday's over, really. It's Saturday now, basically. But like, I can't like make everybody, like all the pieces, the chess pieces, fall into place. You know what I mean? I can't do that. Like, nobody really could do that. But, you know, and that's why, like, I feel responsible. I feel like, was I supposed to, like, you know, make it so that I visited everybody, and, you know, and then I say no. I told everybody day one, even before I left, this trip was about my daughter and my son. Okay? And if you wanted to see me and get with me, then you just have to drive over and get with me. I don't rent a car. The only reason why Devin was driving Patricia's car the last time is because he was going to rent a car, and she was like, no, you could just use my car. So we had a lot of things that we had to do. And then what happened was, we didn't end up getting to Thomas's house, getting to my brother's house. It was just too many things. So, anyway, my door is always open for people to visit us in Texas, but a lot of people don't come. They don't want to take the two planes. They're like, oh, you could just take one plane. No, you can't take one plane. We don't live anywhere near Dallas. So if we picked you up in Dallas, it would be a 6-hour trip to the airport, a 6-hour trip back. So that's why I take the 2 planes. And you know what? If I can do it, anybody else can do it. Because I'm like the biggest, a very fearful person. I can't say the word fearful. I'm a very fearful person, but you know what? My sister Patricia taught me many years ago. She was like, you gonna move to Texas? Yeah, I gotta move to Texas. Okay. You want to see your daughter and your son and your friends? Yeah. She says, so then you got to learn how to fly by yourself, because, you know, Devin doesn't like traveling. He doesn't like flying, and you do. So you got to do it. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I got to do it. And I was always like the person who would say, I'll do it if I just have one person to go with. I flew to England with my son, and he was only 18. But I did it because I wanted to visit my sister Susan and my nieces and help her because she was getting surgery back in 2012. And then I also wanted to go to the Bahamas, and so I took Thomas to the Bahamas as well. I love the Bahamas. Anyway, if you want to do something and it's in your heart, you'll just push yourself to do it. And that's what I do. I push myself to do it. And so in relation, I think what I'm trying to get at is, I don't think I'm asking too much if I say, I'm coming 3,000 miles. Now, the least you could do, anybody who says they love me, come to me. Make an effort. If you live in New Jersey, come here. Some way, shape, or form. If you live, if you live in Staten Island, and I'm in Staten Island, and you can't seem to make your way to see me, well, then you really don't like me. Do you? Or love me. Or maybe you love me, but you really don't like me. So, and that's not my fault. That's not my bag. Okay? So, I guess, I'll get over it. I've gotten over worse. I've gotten over many, many things in my life, most of which I talk about on my vlogs, but loads of stuff that I've never said a word about, don't want to think about. Okay? You see how much anxiety I have without talking about it. Anyway, so guys, I've spoken way too much. Now I'm gonna take my tea and pray that all the planets align, and that I've walked back and forth enough, and I've suffered enough. No, not suffered, but like I have like a shot of adrenaline. I just get like a shot of adrenaline when it's nighttime, and it's supposed to be like, calm down, go to bed, everybody else is sleeping, why are you awake? And it's like this at home, but it's a little bit better because I have my dog. And Devin says, well, you keep him up a lot. But you know what I do? I pet him, I put him on the ottoman, I pet him. Even if I have to go to work, I'm up late. But if I have to go to work, I try to get to sleep by at least 1 in the morning, and then I can get up at 6, and that's good for me. That's enough. I mean, I'm tired. Lord knows I'm tired. But, when I have to be at work at that time, I have to be at work at 7. But anyhow, I'm sorry for boring you. But, it felt good to just talk in analogies, and to talk and walk back and forth in the apartment. I almost said my apartment. In the apartment. I love the apartment. But, yeah, I guess it's time for me to, oh my gosh, it's not 1 o'clock, it's 2:07. Christine Valvik's house, 2:07. Okay, so guys, I'll let you go. And that's another thing, my stomach is really, making a lot of noise, so I might be having... Actually, I try to let my stomach empty out as much as I can, but if it doesn't stop, I take this Pepto-Bismol, which these are like a piece of heaven. Because first I start with the anxiety, the anxiousness, the worries, and even though I'm happy and grateful, everything's pretty much going great and beautiful, and I got mostly everything done on my list. I didn't get to see everybody, but maybe, my time's not done yet. Sorry for my face looking so bad. Okay, guys, this is what we're gonna do. Hold on a second, hold on. Lavender. Sorry. Here we go. Yeah, so I know. I said I was gonna hang up. I look terrible, but you know what? I'm alive, right? Yeah, I'm gonna put some cream on my face and hopefully be able to at least relax a little bit, and maybe I'll put a good show on that will be Hallmark Channel or something. Hopefully not murders. I know my age spot is getting bigger and bigger. Really wish I can get it off, but it's getting bigger and bigger right here. And I always put makeup over it, so, or usually my hair is down like bangs. Covers it up. Anyhow, let me take a sip of my old tea. Oh, I'm going to show you. 1 second. My friend Arlene, did I show you this? I don't know if I showed you this last night. I just got it last night. I don't think I was with you. And this is from my friend Arlene that I worked with. And it says, spiritual, you are an earth angel. She gave me a bangle bracelet a while ago too. You are an earth angel with faith and devotion, a kind soul and a generous spirit that does not go unnoticed. You bring peace and harmony to those around you. And there's like a cross, an angel wing, and in the middle is like a tree that looks like an angel. See that? Isn't that nice? We used to always meet for each other's birthday or just the end of the year and go out to dinner. You know, we worked in the same school for 8 years. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sure I bored you enough. And I don't even know if I'll upload this one because I sounded probably like a manic, crazy nut. But I meant what I said. And some people understand it, some people won't. But it doesn't matter. It matters that I got it out and that the portal is opened and the secrets are coming out. And some secrets we will not want to see. What am I putting on? This face cream. I don't know what it is. I can't see it. I did buy readers. I never put them on though. Anyway, something for your face. So let me just slather it on so you can get rid of the wrinkles. What I was gonna say before, I know I never hang up. What I was gonna say is, I was starting to say this the other night. You know how Aaron Carter died? Well, somebody else is gonna die that's very famous, and it's gonna be even more shocking than Aaron Carter. In other words, Aaron Carter supposedly was in remission or, you know, rehab or like not doing any drugs. And we'll see. We'll see when the toxicology report comes out or the autopsy. But I said in the video what I think happened to him. If you don't know what I said, go back to it. Okay? I can't repeat everything. But we're gonna hear of somebody else that's more shocking, that, you know, we didn't think had a problem. Whether they are killed, accidentally killed themselves by accident, or killed, or they just die. It's going to be very shocking. It's somebody famous. I don't know who it is, but they're telling me. They told me with Aaron. And he wasn't as shocking because he had such a long addiction problem. Many years of addiction. Okay? And he was suffering. Yeah. He was basically telling me to say to his fiance, I'm sorry I didn't give you that picket fence. I'm sorry I didn't straighten myself out, or, you know, like we couldn't have a good relationship, and I'm pretty sure that she was keeping the baby away from him, which I don't know really the details of that. I don't think that's fair, even if a person has a problem. But you have to, maybe she was waiting for him to fix his problems. Maybe he wasn't safe to be with the baby alone. I'm not sure. Anyhow, now I'm all slathered up. If I go to pick up my cup of tea, my chamomile tea, I'm gonna drop it. So I'm gonna sign off now. And I'm going to say, wherever you are in the world, wherever you are in this matrix, don't beat yourself up. Angels don't want you to beat yourself up. They always get after me. They don't yell at me. They just say, we don't like when you do that. And so be easier on yourself, because God is easier on you and cares about every hair on your head. And if you don't have any hairs on your head, he still cares about you. He knows every single thing about you. And your angels are there for you. Like I'll say right now, angels, please take away my anxiety so I can rest, so I can go into a peaceful sleep. Angels, please, like I think about my flight home. I'm worried about the 2 planes. I'm always worried, about that. Will I get home safely? Is Devin okay? Is my dog gonna accept me back? I know. And so that's like, they're saying to me, don't think about that. Don't think about that. Don't torture yourself. You're torturing yourself. So I ask the angels, please help me. And please, dear God, help me to rest my mind and my body and my heart, and feel like all is well in the world, and that everything that I've tried to do, everything's okay. What needed to be done is done. What needs to be done will be done. And if it doesn't happen, it wasn't meant to be. Okay? Thank you. Everybody, I love you, and namaste. And happy Saturday.